I know many of you have been patiently, or maybe not so patiently, waiting for Content Update 1 on Steam and Switch, and today we finally know when it's coming. Content Update 1 is coming to Steam and Switch, and it'll bring those systems up to about 2.4 on Apple Arcade, except for City Town, of course. But it's also going to include some things that were in 2.5 for Apple Arcade, bringing the different versions so much closer together. In this update, we're going to get new areas on Icy Peak, including Blizzard Peak and the Snow Village. And with those new areas, we're going to have a ton of new puzzle rooms, new collectibles, new critters, new fish, and an entire new furniture set. So if you've been eyeing that log furniture, you'll now be able to get that set on Steam and Switch. And if you want to know where to get every piece of that furniture, I do have video guides on the channel. And if you get stuck on any part of the Icy Peak expansion, the quest to unlock it, where to find blubbies, or any of the puzzle rooms, there are video guides on the channel already about all of that, so if you want to see a sneak peek of what this content is going to look like, be sure to check out some of those videos. I think folks will be really excited to see the adorable new critters coming to Steam and Switch. But in addition to this new area, new puzzle rooms, new critters, new fish, and new furniture, we will also be seeing new bestie quests, which come with their own rewards. Be sure to be stocking up on those critters, new character furniture sets, and I noticed that this one is plural. We were anticipating the cinema roll furniture coming to Steam and Switch with this update. I'm kind of wondering if there's going to be more. And as part of the quest line to unlock these new areas of Icy Peak, you'll also be unlocking a new kind of weather, snow. And with the snow comes a new line of furniture and clothing. And that's in addition to the log furniture you'll be able to find in chests, and the new log cabins which come with furniture and wallpaper. And as part of this content update, we'll be getting even more flowers. These include a new biome flower, 2 new kinds of flowers, and these will come with new flower plots and their own effects. And I think this may be 3 kinds of flowers we currently don't have on Steam and Switch. This update will also add additional furniture to My Melody shop, including bathtubs, and players on Switch and Steam will finally see some other new visitors. These will include Ruby and Carl, Peckle's friends from one of the most recent updates on Apple Arcade, Retsuko's friends and co-workers, Feneko, Haida, Gori, and Washimi, Kuropi's siblings and friends, Koropi, Piki, Ganta, Noburan, and Kirosuke, as well as Hello Kitty's grandma and grandpa. You may need to do some things in order to unlock these visitors, such as completing a quest or getting a friend to a certain level. We don't know yet if the associated visitor quests that were just added in 2.5 may be added in this update. I feel like probably not, but you never know. But we will be seeing a new rotation of weekly friendship quests with the friends. One of the bestie quests with Kuropi will have you catching a lot of bugs, but will unlock a new furniture set. Another furniture set that's confirmed to be coming is the Meadows set. The Merry Meadows furniture will now be available in the Crane game. And as of Content Update 1, in addition to getting the party favors and the balloons during friends' birthday quests, players will now be getting the decorating kits too, so they can make those character-themed cakes. And then some of the major game-changing quality of life features will finally be coming in this update, and I'm sure you've been asking for them. The first one is furniture stacking, and furniture stacking in this game gives you so much freedom, because not only can you put multiple items on tables directly from furniture mode, no more walking up to the table to put things on it, you can also stack furniture on furniture, creating stairs out of end tables and stools, floating platforms, lofted beds, wall shelves from precariously placed benches, and it can get kinda goofy but also let you be so creative. And it's one of my favorite features. Another of my favorite features is finally coming to Steam and Switch with this update, and that is Call a Friend. In this update, you'll have an app on the phone where you can call some of your friends to companion with them automatically. No more having to track them down, select the right series of dialogue. You can just push a button in your phone and it is nearly instantaneous. And it's so convenient that I start using more of the friend powers this way. And it's a great way to get around accidentally activating a quest you didn't want to do just because you wanted to use somebody's friend power. You can just activate it from your phone, never having to talk to them, and completely not risking activating their quest. In addition, there's new features to allow more flexible play styles, and some of these we just got to see in the latest Apple Arcade update. They say they implemented 3 of the 4 features that they investigated, and then they shared 2 of these. The first, which we have seen on Apple Arcade, is that resources will now stack for 3 days. That means if you don't play for 2 days and then you're playing on day 3, you'll have triple the resources to collect. I will say, having seen this on Apple Arcade, the amount of resources that are there can get kind of overwhelming. It's definitely easier to pick them up with big challenges or through Bestie Collection. This had been super helpful when they did it for events first, and now that we can do it with everything, it's so much easier. In addition to this, for players who like to just keep running around endlessly collecting things, they've added a new resource: Sparkles. Sparkles will spawn in real time around your island as you're playing, so you don't have to wait until island reset for these to respawn, and we have been finding them everywhere on Apple Arcade. I started taking screenshots to try to make a map, but there are way too many locations. And it's kind of fun to just pick them up when you see them, and they are a resource you can completely ignore if you want to. After you pick up your first one, you'll see an exclamation point over Pachaco's head. He'll explain about the sparkles and what you can do with them. Right now, the only thing you can do with sparkles is to exchange them with Pachaco or the game nulls for additional game tickets. So if you really like playing mini games and you wish you could play even more of them, and you really like running around and collecting things, this may be a feature you really like. I haven't exchanged any of mine because there's a slight chance that in the future maybe they'll use them for something else, and I just find them kind of fun to find around the island, something that I don't need to collect all the time. Another one of the quality of life features coming in this update that we only recently got on Apple Arcade are that you can completely dress up your clothing stands. So now you can put a complete outfit on a clothing stand instead of just one clothing stand displaying a pair of glasses or a single piece of clothing. One other change you should be aware of that's coming in this update is a change to gifting. In this update, they retune Friendship XP and the gifts so that the number of hearts on a gift better correlate to how much it's raising friendship levels. Some of the things that they changed is a +1 for 2 heart gifts, a +2 for 3 heart gifts, and the change that non-preferred tags would only contribute a single point. And then some of the tags like chocolate and strawberry will be upgraded from common to uncommon so that they'll have more point value. That means that most 2 and 3 heart gifts will increase in efficiency. So any of the gifts right now where lower heart value could potentially contribute more points to the friendship gain, those will no longer be the case. And they'll continue to make adjustments, so we're not entirely sure which version is coming to Steam and Switch, but it sounds like this one. And as much as the transparency can be helpful, I don't love this so much because it means that those other items that you had may not be as useful for leveling friends. So I'd make sure before you update, don't stock up on gifts that are super useful right now, because they may not be as useful after the update. While for some friends this means that you may have more options for gifting them that'll still raise their friendship level or raise their friendship level better, other friends, especially ones where 2 and 3 heart gifts are much harder to come by or you can't get them until later game anyway, it's possible it may be a little bit more difficult to level some of the friends. One thing that we don't know if it's going to be in this update or not is the new Bestie Collection feature that we just got last week on Apple Arcade. They do tell us they'll be highlighting more content from Content Update 1 over the next few weeks, and that's one that I'm really hoping did make it, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, some players won't have to wait and see long to see what's in this update, because the first release date for this update, the Steam release date, is April 29th. That is Tuesday next week, less than a week away. So if you play on Steam, you will have Content Update 1 Tuesday next week, April 29th. Now, my least favorite part of this update, and the thing that I think they really should have done differently, is the Switch release date. The Switch release date isn't until May 22nd, and I would have much rather they held the Steam release date until Switch was ready too. I know they said in Discord they were waiting on approvals and waivers from Nintendo because of how big this update was, and that's been a huge part of the delay. But now that we have the Switch release date of May 22nd, I really think they should have held the Steam release date until then as well, because we always talk about Steam and Switch as being in sync. Apple Arcade is the outlier, completely different update system, so we know Steam and Switch will never be just like Apple Arcade, but they're getting really close, and I'm kind of disappointed that our Switch players will have to wait so much longer, and it would have made so much more sense if they simply announced the date as May 22nd for both, released it at the same time, and then everyone could play together and experience the content at the same time. So right now, I think that's the one thing I wish was different with this content update. It is a free update on Steam and Switch. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream any of it on the 29th on my Steam save, because my Steam save is very early in game, so we could only really look at some of the quality quality of life features, not even all of them because it's so early. If you want to know how to unlock this new area of Icy Peak when you get this update, check out this video guide on the channel. And remember, there are a ton for all of the new quests, all of the new furniture chest locations, how to catch some of the new critters, and how to complete all of the puzzle rooms. So with everything coming in Content Update 1, what are you most looking forward to? Are you going to use that new furniture stacking to decorate cabins? Is there a visitor you're really excited to meet? A new furniture set you can't wait to see? Are you really excited about exploring the new areas in Icy Peak and all the new puzzle rooms? Or maybe filling a room with Bloppy? Let us know in the comments below. But hopefully this helps you understand more about Content Update 1, Friends, Furniture, and Frozen Peaks coming to Switch and Steam this spring. If it did, consider giving the video a like to help others find it as well. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island adventure content. I try to stream all of the updates and I'm playing through on Nintendo Switch, but there are already video guides on the channel covering just about everything in the update. Turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.